Good afternoon, students. Today we have to see one more it is known as open circuit and short circuit studies in electrical circuit. So these are two types of faults or occurs in electrical power system. If conductor is cut or open is for example, in transmission line a tree may be fallen, then conductor is going to break, or in regular operating circuit one of the terminal is weak, it may be going to open. Such a circuit is called open circuit. Then short circuit, if two live wires are going to contact, such a circuit is called short circuit. At that condition, how the circuit behaves, we have to study from conducting suitable experiments. See there, aim of the experiment is to study the effect of open circuit and short circuit with considering simple electric circuit. So first all of you write the circuit diagrams for open circuit and short circuit. You see there, diagram 1 represents circuit diagram for open circuit, diagram 2 represents circuit diagram for short circuit test. So number 1, see there, all of you see very clearly, we have to take regulated power supply of 0 to 30 volts, then from plus terminal to one end of SPST switch, that is known as one terminal of single pole single through switch. On the second point of the SPST switch is connected to positive terminal of ammeter. Then negative terminal of ammeter is connected to one point of rheostat. Another point of rheostat returns to negative point of power supply. Then voltmeter across power supply, one point of the voltmeter connection is connected to positive point of power supply. Another point of voltmeter is connected to negative point of power supply as shown in figure. So when the SPST switch is closed, it is called normal working circuit. Circuit is working because it creates a closed electric circuit. Current will flow from higher potential to lower potential. Then the ammeter shows some ampere, either it may be 35 milliampere or some ampere depending upon load rheostat value. So load rheostat should be kept in cut-in position. When SPST switch is closed, you take one reading, that is called normal working current. Second set, when SPST switch is open, voltmeter shows voltage but ammeter shows 0 reading. You have to tabulate this reading. What it gives the idea? The circuit is open. This circuit is called open circuit. At this instant, the current is not flowing. It creates a open circuit. Voltage must be exists across the point, but current is 0. This is the condition you have to show from the experiment. So second, you have to see short circuit test. From positive terminal goes to the ammeter plus point, ammeter negative point goes to the one point of rheostat, another point of rheostat is returned to negative point of power supply. Across the load, a switch is connected. When switch is open, this circuit is referred as normal circuit, healthy circuit. As per the rating of load rheostat value, the current will flow. It may be 35 milliampere. So when you close the circuit, it creates a short circuit. Hence the current flows through the switch, zero resistance path. Current flows through the zero resistance path. Hence At this instant, maximum current will drawn in the electric circuit. So it may be 2 ampere, but voltage across the switch, it becomes 0. Sir, all of you clearly observe, voltage across the switch becomes 0. Hence, at short circuit condition, maximum current flows through in the electric circuit and applied voltage may reaches towards the 0 point. These two effects are very danger in electrical power system. These two are referred as main faults in electrical circuit. After drawing the circuit diagram, you have to observe the circuit diagram and write down the equipments required. It is also known as apparatus required list. So, very first we want one DC voltage source, that is of regulated power supply 0 to 30 volts, 2 ampere, one quantity is sufficient. Then second one, we need a load, rheostatic load. So, one rheostat of 70 ohms, 5 ampere, 1 ammeter 0 to 100 milliampere, moving coil type, 1 voltmeter 0 to 30 volts, moving coil type, 1. Then one more ammeter I needed, high range 0 to 2/5 ampere, moving coil I need 1. Lastly, we can mention connecting wires or set of patch cards. This is also very important. After drawing the circuit diagram, you have to make the list of equipments required. So, after making the equipment list, next important is tabular column. You have to write tabular column for open circuit, for short circuit, applied voltage, current in milliampere, then position of SPST switch. So, you remember that approximate readings. When the circuit is closed in open circuit, we are applying 2 volts, 35 milliampere current is flowing through the electrical circuit. This is known as normal working condition. Then you create a artificial fault, open circuit fault, that you can open the SPST switch. At this instant, current flowing through the circuit is 0. This is very important, but voltage may be available in the circuit or across the open circuit condition. Current becomes 0. You have to write after conduction of experiment readings. So, next, for short circuit condition, again we are applying same voltage 2 volts, current flowing through is 30 milliampere when SPST switch is open condition. When SPST switch is closed, then it creates a artificial short circuit fault. At that instant, it draws very high, nearly 10 to 20 times more than rated current of equipment. Now you see there, earlier it was 35 milliampere, now you see how much difference. It draws 2 ampere. It draws 2 ampere current, but supply voltage nearly 0. Voltage becomes 0, current becomes maximum in case of short circuit condition. These two are very important faults in electrical circuits. Then after developing the procedure, there are no calculation in this experiment. You have to go for brief procedure. So, you have to write the procedure for both circuits. Number 1, procedure for open circuit. Yesterday I told only number 1, number 2, both steps remain same. The electrical connections are made as shown in circuit diagram. Number 1. Then what is the initial condition of the equipment? With keeping the current knob is maximum in regulated power supply, voltage knob in minimum position, SPST switch in closed condition, DC power supply is switched on. DC power supply is switched on. Third step, the suitable voltage is applied across the circuit or in the circuit. Then Note down ammeter, voltmeter readings. Enter in tabular column. Then SPST switch is opened. At that time also you note down all meter readings. This is the procedure for open circuit, very easy. Then similarly procedure for short circuit. The electrical connections are made as shown in the circuit diagram. With keeping the current knob position in maximum, voltage knob position in minimum, SPST switch in open position, main supply switch, that is DC voltage source, is switched on. The suitable voltage is applied across the load or in the circuit. Then note down all meter readings, voltmeter, ammeter readings are tabulated. Final step, the SPST switch is closed. All meter readings are noted. At this instant, the circuit behaves like a short circuit. Sir, all these 4 steps are very important. First you try to understand question asked. Next you go for development of circuit diagram. Next you go for list of equipments required. Next you go for tabulation. Finally you have to write procedure. All these things are to be covered in half an hour. Thank you to one and all.